Okay, good afternoon again, folks. We're live now here at Speonk. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. Just get this roll out of here a little bit. And I'm trying the iPhone with my gimbal stabilizer. Excuse me. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to roll it a little bit. Okay. All right, we'll keep that level. All right, so these are the buses that are replacing the midday trains. Trains are not running midday weekdays because of track work between Babylon and Sayville. So they've replaced the off-peak trains that run between Speonk and Babylon, and also Patchogue and Babylon, with buses. And what we're here for, though, a little later, is the train coming in from Montauk, which is the new service, the new South Fork Commuter connection service. And this is the little shuttle train that runs between here and Montauk and back. So let's see what that's all about. Yeah, good. I should be good with my gimbal stabilizer now. I just have to get used to using this. Needed to roll it in the roll axis. All right, this is looking east toward Montauk and also toward the Speonk diesel yard. But let's walk over here to the machine. Ticket machines. And this is where you'd buy your tickets for your train trips. This is the machine that they use to purchase the South Fork commuter connection tickets. You can't get this on the daily machine, which is the red machine over here. So it's a little complicated at first, but what you have to do is activate deals and getaways on the ticket screen, and then you select South Fork commuter service ticket, and the price is $4.25. And that includes the train fare plus the shuttle bus or taxi service out east at the stations. So if I show you that information here, see, this is the new schedule. And you can see this all up on the MTA website. If you go to the MTA website and Long Island Railroad schedules, it'll show you the new schedule between March 4th and May 17th for the spring of the year. And the trains that you see in the teal color, the green or the teal color, are the ones that they've added in as this new South Fork commuter connection service, which started running on Monday of this week. The first trip was out of Speonk here toward Amagansett at 6:16 a.m. So in essence, there are 3 round trips a day between here and Montauk. Although a couple of the trains, those round trips, they just run between Hampton Bays and Amagansett. I think the last one of the day only comes as far west as Hampton Bays, but a lot of people are saying that needs to be changed. That last westbound train needs to really come back here to Speonk to help out folks who are traveling out of Speonk out east in the morning. So we'll see if the railroad listens to that or not. All right, I'm getting used to my gimbal here, so bear with me. Spinning around. This is the first time I'm using the iPhone for an extended period of time with my 3-axis stabilizer, gimbal stabilizer. So let me just do this. I'm walking forward on the platform now, so we should see much less bounce in the step and everything and in the video. So it is holding it pretty steady. Again, this is a 2 p.m. bus which will run between here and Bayshore to take passengers to all the local stops between here and Bayshore. There was an earlier bus, the attendant here told me that that's the bus that takes people to Babylon, to the electric train connection. And that makes stops, after leaving here at Speonk, it makes stops at Mastic Shirley and Bellport, and then it runs express to Babylon. This bus will make stops at all the local railroad stations: Mastic Shirley, Bellport, Patchogue, Sayville, Oakdale, Great River, Islip, and Bayshore. And this will leave at 2 p.m. But it really doesn't have a connection with the train at Babylon. People would have had to take the earlier bus for that. So that's what's happening for the concrete tie replacement program between now and May 17th. Buses are replacing midday off-peak trains east of Patchogue. East of Babylon, excuse me. This is looking at the Speonk parking lot. There's a reserve bus over in the background there. I can get a better picture of it in a little bit here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, there goes our bus to the next stop will be Mastic Shirley.
30 p.m. Good repair rail tie replacement work. For details, see the Montauk branch timetable dated March 4th or visit www.mta.info/LIRR.
Attention Long Island Railroad customers, if you're traveling to Penn Station, please note that the west end of the platform on Penn Station's track 16 is temporarily closed to accommodate installation of new escalators.
And there goes our bus.
Please plan ahead. 2 exit trains arriving
Again.
on track 16. Customers in the first few cars
Next
will need
stop
to
will
walk
be
back into
Mastic
train
Shirley
exit.
Railroad
Please
Station.
listen for announcements on board your train.
Oh, okay, I see. This person knows a little more of the route. He's going up North Phillips Avenue to Old Country Road. He'll make a left-hand turn up there and make his way to Sunrise Highway and take Sunrise Highway to Shirley, to the Mastic Shirley station. All right, let's put this in the pitch mode here so I can control pitch a little bit with my gimbal. Again, this is looking east toward the Speonk yard and toward Montauk. Let me do a time check here. Get my watch out. We get a little bit of bounce here. It's because I have not used this gimbal extensively before today. So, all right, the time is 2:04. So our train 2728 from Montauk is due in here at 2:15. So we'll see how we can track that new South Fork commuter connection train as it comes into the station today. Thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, if I pan around, if I'm just moving totally around with the gimbal. This is now looking west, back toward New York City. For those of you who don't know where we are, we're in Speonk, Long Island, New York, on the south shore of Suffolk County, eastern Long Island. And we're about 72 miles east of Midtown Manhattan, east of Penn Station. So this is single track diesel territory out here in Speonk and beyond. Between Babylon and Montauk is diesel territory, and the double track ends just a little bit east of the Sayville station. So from Sayville through Patchogue, Bellport, Mastic Shirley, Speonk, and beyond, it's all single track. So the train movements have to be controlled. They do have some scheduled east-west train meets at strategic locations. Not this afternoon, of course, because the trains are not running east of Babylon because of the track work. But on a normal weekday, one example is there's a meet of an eastbound train and a westbound train at Mastic Shirley around 1 p.m. It's at what they call the JJD interlocking, and there's a bypass siding located there just east of the station. So what happens is one train is put on the siding, the other train comes into the station and then proceeds on its way, and then the train that's on the siding pulls back onto the main track and heads the other direction. So that's how they handle east-west traffic in single track territory here. Because they're just a limited number of trains. It's not like they're running every half hour or so. They're running every couple of hours. So that's looking west. This is looking to the east again toward Montauk. By train, Montauk Station is about an hour and 15 minutes here east of Speonk. Also, for a little geography lesson, I mentioned we're in eastern Long Island, but this is really Southampton Township. Speonk is the westernmost station in Southampton Town. And to the east of me, we have West Hampton, Hampton Bays, and then you cross over the Shinnecock Canal to what's known as the South Fork of Long Island. And the stations there at Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, and Montauk. So our new South Fork commuter connection, or SFCC.
Long Island Railroad
Let's listen to this.
The 2:15 p.m. train to Speonk is expected to arrive on track 1, platform A, in approximately 6 minutes.
Okay, there's our word from the cookbook announcement, and that's about right. It's 8 minutes after 2 right now. So he may be a minute early. It is due here at 2:15. But anyway, then east of the Shinnecock Canal, I mentioned, it's Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, and Montauk. So this South Fork commuter connection service started this Monday, March 4th. And the primary reason for it is to help alleviate the traffic, the horrendous traffic, I might add, on New York State Route 27, Sunrise Highway, and out east further, Montauk Highway. There really is only one major east-west road through the South Fork of Long Island, New York. And it is just overcrowded, especially in the seasons, the summer season. We have also a lot of contractor vehicles traveling east every morning and west again in the afternoon, because there is a lot of construction and renovation in all of the East End communities. That's a big business. And of course, the summertime crowds, it's a resort area. So this is to help folks who work out in the South Fork but live up this end of Long Island, this end of Suffolk County and Southampton Town, get out east and back without having to drive and get caught in traffic every day. And we hope that it turns out to be a big success as far as this new service. In time, they're going to have to improve it with modern equipment, because what they're using right now is one of their EMD DE locomotives, which were built in the 1990s. And it's
Attention Long Island Railroad customers. The 2:15 p.m. train to Speonk is expected to arrive on track 1, platform A, in approximately 3 minutes.
okay. There's our update. Train due in 3 minutes. So this little shuttle train right now this week is operating with the EMD DE30 AC locomotive and one Kawasaki passenger car. It's a bi-level passenger car which can carry about 160 people. And what's unique about this Kawasaki C3 car is it's also a cab car, in that the west end of the passenger car has an engineer cab where he drives the train from the cab. So the engine is in essence pushing the passenger car when they're heading west. Okay, and there's the gates down here at the North Phillips Avenue crossing. And here comes our train, shuttle train 2728, back from Montauk to Speonk. what?
stand behind the yellow line.
All right, we'll do that.
Step over the gap.
Okay, so there he is coming back from. It's the same equipment they've been using all week. C3 Cab Car 5007 and EMD DE30 AC Locomotive 515. So this is the train set they've had for the initial week. Any passengers today? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like the engineer coming forward, and what'll happen now is he'll get into the cab of the locomotive and pull it back into the Speonk yard. And then around 3 o'clock, this train will make a trip east back out to Montauk, or no passengers this afternoon on this mid-afternoon westbound train. So the engineer will now control the train from his cab in the locomotive. And the conductor is in the passenger car at the rear of the train. This is going to be interesting how they work this out with this midday run, because this week there were no passengers to speak of. Okay, that was for us. All right, that's 2728. Now being moved into the Speonk yard, onto a siding in the Speonk yard. And about 5 minutes to 3 or so, he will bring this train back into the platform, and they'll make their eastbound run. I'm sorry, that's 2727. 2727 is this train. And the next run will be 2728 going east.
This is Mark Epstein of the Long Island Railroad Commuter Council. As daily commuters, the Commuter Council wishes to remind you to be safe and give yourself...
I'll get my numbers correct here, folks. The westbound trains are odd numbers and the eastbound trains are even numbers. So this was 2727 that ran from Montauk back here to Speonk. And this equipment later on in 45 minutes will be used for an eastbound run as train 2728. Okay, so we're going to shut down now, end this broadcast, and I'll be back on around 10 minutes to 3, 5 minutes to 3, and we'll watch the train come back into the platform and leave for Montauk. They're probably going to do a crew change right now also at this point in time. So thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully I'll be able to keep going with my 3-axis stabilized gimbal here without too many mistakes. We'll keep practicing. All right, take care, folks.